Hi, this is Charlie Mato-Toyela from Blue Bear Flutes. Of course, you can find us on bluebearflutes.com as well as on our Facebook under Blue Bear Flutes and Blue Bear Arts and probably Blue Bear just about anything. Anyway, today I wanted to show you a wonderful new drone flute that we're beginning to offer. This particular type of drone flute is one that we've had a lot of demand and request for, and it's similar to one that we used to make. However, I basically wanted to give you the pros and cons and explain a few things to you about them because they're different in price and size and shape and that kind of thing. Sound only slightly different, only one minor variation, and I'll talk to you about that too. The difference between our two drone flutes, this is what some people call a straight chamber drone, which is very similar to the way that they were originally made, the handful of drones that we're familiar with, other than the really beautiful ones, which we'll talk about down the road. But the original drone flutes that people made were two chambers side by side, originally made out of clay, the Kalima culture. I know I've mentioned this before. And it has two mouthpieces in the top so that you can play one side or you can play both. One of the benefits of having this particular type of drone is it takes up a little less space than this other one. And of course, that this particular type of drone includes an extra finger hole on the bottom back. It is right on the drone chamber side across from where this fingering is. Turns out this fingering on all flutes is usually like the tonic of the scale, so it's in harmony with most of the notes in the scale, which is wonderful. In the case of this flute, this is an A flute, and it is, the first note that you play, there's a C. So the C is in harmony with most of the A minor pentatonic scale, and of course C is the major scale that you can play on an A minor flute. This stuff just goes like over my head sometimes. It's not necessary. Oh, there's that word again. I know I used that recently, didn't I? Anyway, so the drone flute that we make that is a straight chamber, you can actually play usually about 2 or 3 notes on the drone side. So you got to blow fast to get that other one. Sometimes the other one is because of the constraints of the design of the flute won't play, but in most cases you can play about 3 notes, at least 2 on this one. So that's him, and it's a wonderful flute. This other flute, the A-frame drone, the one our video is about today, is made in a slightly non-traditional, American Indian traditional pattern. It's, once again, ours are more like this. This is more of a almost European, but probably more Greek style that I've seen anyway. I've seen even Turkish drone flutes that were made like ours, and I believe a couple from Pakistan that were made like this. I have seen a couple of Chinese drones that were really old, I believe. It's, gosh, memory, over the years. But anyway, this style here is more similar to maybe the drawing you see of Pan's flute, which that drawing that we're accustomed to seeing of Pan's flute is not actually a pan flute in some cases. A lot of times, especially with modern pop culture and videos and movies that we've seen, Pan's playing a drone flute rather than a pan flute. The original Pan played a pan flute, hence the name, but of course, hence the name of the flute. But the drone flute, like this one, is more of, like I say, more like a Greek style, I believe, is most recent people that made these until, modern Native American flute making culture created them. So this is a really neat flute, though. It looks great, and for a time we were selling a river cane drone that was based on this pattern, and the reason we used river cane to make it's because of price, basically. With our other drones being so economical, this guy here actually costs us a little bit more to make, and we wanted to make them affordable like everything, so we made them out of river cane. This one, though, is really amazing, really a beautiful flute. The key of this flute is a B. However, like everything, you can get most of our flutes in one key or the other. This one is a B that I wanted to show you. It turned out really beautiful. Really is a wonderful sounding instrument. And I'll play, once again, it has the 2 holes, so you can play the one chamber or both. It's of course a little higher in tone, but like I said, we make them in just about any key these days. The drone chamber on it doesn't have the extra finger hole in the back, and you know, I would love to say I wonder why. It's sound like oh gosh, why would I do that? But you can't play this side and play that side at the same time. Some people like to make drones in this A-frame pattern and put a plug in it somewhere, and the plug you'd have to take out and you can play it, or you can put it back in and then play it. And there was a time when I offered a plug for the back of these just so that you didn't have to use it, and I still might put it on our big boys sometimes because not everybody can reach the fingering on the back of those conveniently on the first try. These here though, we don't put the plug in the back anymore simply because you can reach this with your thumb very conveniently and play it while you're playing the flute. I won't be offering the extra tonal fingering on this because you can't play it at any point in time. You can take it out and leave it out, but at the same instant I could cut the flute off and make it that long. It's just a lot funner to play when you can touch all the fingerings with your fingers. So. And you see where I changed the octave on that side drum chamber? A lot of them can do that, which is nice. So it's a really neat flute, really a beautiful flute, and has a lot of conveniences, of course, likewise. I guess you can probably tell I'm more partial to the original style. This guy here, though, is a showy, very pretty instrument. And of course, we make them in, you know, Eastern red cedar as well as the Western cedar like these two are. So I think, once again, really great flute, delving a little bit from the Native American original. However, a wonderful sounding and great looking instrument, and one that I think that you all will enjoy as well as these. So once again, this is Charlie Mato-Toyela signing out for BlueBearFlutes.com. We appreciate you very much watching our videos here on YouTube. Of course, you can find our YouTube channel, Blue Bear Flutes or Blue Bear Arts, and find just tons of other videos we've made on Native American flutes, how they're played, how they're made, what we do with them. Some places that I go and perform. Even a more recent video of my youngest son playing most of our flutes, and he has such tiny little fingers and can play our lowest tone flutes, which is really amazing. So please check out more of our videos. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to send them here on YouTube. However, if they're urgent questions or ones that you have specific about flute making that we want to broadcast all over the whole world, feel free to send me an email on our website, BlueBearFlutes.com. There's contact forms at the bottom of most pages, and you can find us that way. If you have any other questions, though, feel free to contact us, reach out on Facebook. Once again, sometimes we don't see those, so it's always best to email, and we look forward to hearing from you very soon. Happy flute playing, flute making. Charlie Mato-Toyela signing out. Y'all take care.